For the next 10 seconds, let me say something that might surprise you. One simple nutritional powder, when used consistently, has been shown in research to lower inflammation markers, support healthier body composition, and even help maintain muscle strength in older adults. And most people over 60 walk right past it without knowing how powerful it truly is. Today, I want to tell you exactly why. Before we dive in, let me ask you something important. What part of your health are you trying to improve most right now? Strength, weight, mobility, or energy? Tell me in the comments. I genuinely read them, and your answers help me shape future videos around what you need most. Now, when I say this powder, I'm not talking about a magic cure, a supplement that replaces your meals, or anything that promises overnight results. I'm talking about a clinically researched nutritional powder, high-quality protein powder, especially whey or plant-based blends that supports your body in ways food alone sometimes can't as we age. And if you've ever wondered why doctors emphasize protein so much for seniors, this is the moment where everything clicks. See, after age 60, your muscles respond differently to food. You might eat a chicken breast or lentils and think it's enough, but your body often absorbs and utilizes protein at a slower rate. That leads to slower recovery, weaker muscles, stubborn fat, and rising inflammation. When I first learned about this years ago, it made me rethink everything I knew about aging. Protein powder helps bridge that gap. It's not a bodybuilding gimmick, and it doesn't have to be part of an extreme workout routine. It's simply a convenient, easily absorbed source of essential amino acids, especially leucine, the one that signals your muscles to grow, repair, and stay strong. And yes, strong muscles directly support healthy weight and lower inflammation. But I want to be very clear with you. This is not a shortcut. It's a tool. And when you use the right tool correctly, your body rewards you with better balance, better mobility, and even better metabolic health. Sometimes I wish I could go back and teach my younger patients this sooner because it would have saved them years of struggle. Now let's talk about inflammation for a moment. Chronic inflammation often shows up silently. You can't feel it directly, but you notice its symptoms: stiffness, fatigue, slow recovery, and stubborn belly fat. Many seniors assume these things are just part of getting older, but I disagree. They're part of being underfueled. Protein helps regulate inflammatory pathways by stabilizing blood sugar, supporting your immune system, and providing the building blocks your cells need for repair. When you give your body the raw ingredients it's been missing, inflammation often calms down more naturally than you'd expect. Not overnight, not magically, but consistently. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make is focusing only on cutting calories or fat instead of building muscle. Muscle is your metabolic engine. Without enough of it, your body burns fewer calories, stores more fat, and experiences more inflammation from everyday stress. But when you gradually increase your protein intake, something powerful happens. Your metabolism becomes more efficient. And here's a pattern interrupt for you. Imagine waking up one morning and feeling your legs feel more stable as you stand, or noticing your clothes fit differently, not because you starved yourself, but because your body composition shifted in your favor. That kind of change isn't reserved for athletes. It's realistic for seniors who consistently feed their muscles what they need. Now, before we continue, I want to address a myth. I'm too old to build muscle. Not true. Even in your 70s and 80s, your muscles respond to protein and gentle resistance exercises. It's never about age. It's about stimulus and nutrients working together. I've seen people transform from weak and tired to strong and confident simply by adding 20 to 30 grams of protein to breakfast daily. And speaking of breakfast, that's one of the best times to use protein powder. Most people front-load their carbs in the morning: toast, cereal, fruit. And that leads to blood sugar spikes followed by sluggishness. When you start your day with protein, you stabilize your energy, reduce cravings, and set your metabolism up for better fat burning throughout the day. Part 2. Let's keep going because I want you to fully understand how this works in real life, not just in theory. When you use protein powder the right way, Whether it's whey isolate, pea protein, or a plant blend, you improve something called muscle protein synthesis. That simply means your body becomes more efficient at repairing and building muscle tissue after everyday movement. And trust me, you don't need to do intense workouts for this to matter. Even walking, gardening, cleaning, or lifting light weights becomes more productive for your body when you're well fueled. That's why I tell my patients, don't focus on being perfect, focus on consistency. You might be wondering, why does this powder help with fat loss? That's a great question. Protein naturally helps you feel full longer, reduces the desire to snack, and stabilizes hunger hormones. It also requires more energy to digest, which means your body burns more calories processing it. A quiet metabolic advantage most people don't even realize they're getting. And let's break another myth right now. Protein does not harm healthy kidneys. That misconception has scared too many seniors away from getting the nutrition they desperately need. If you have a known kidney condition, of course you should follow your doctor's recommendations. But for most healthy adults, research consistently shows that higher protein intake is both safe and beneficial. Now, I want to share a small personal moment. Years ago, I met a retired teacher who struggled to keep weight off despite eating very little. She was cutting her calories so low that her body went into survival mode, burning muscle instead of fat. When I asked her about her protein intake, she said, "Oh, I probably get 20 grams a day." That's a fraction of what her body needed. Within 3 months of adding protein shakes and simple strength exercises, she looked and felt entirely different, stronger, healthier, and more energized. Sometimes the simplest changes make the biggest difference. When inflammation decreases, everything in your body functions more smoothly. Your joints feel more comfortable. You sleep more deeply. Your digestion improves. And yes, you start seeing changes in your midsection. Not because you did anything extreme, but because your metabolism is finally working with you, not against you. Another pattern interrupt. Have you ever noticed how some seniors seem to age slowly and others seem to age rapidly? Often the difference is muscle mass. Muscle doesn't just support movement, it supports your immune system, your hormones, your posture, your confidence, and even your mood. Maintaining it is one of the most powerful anti-aging strategies that science actually supports. And let's talk about energy. When your muscles get the amino acids they need, you don't just feel stronger, you feel more alive. Daily tasks become easier, you recover faster, you can be more active without feeling wiped out. Protein plays a central role in all of that, yet so many older adults barely reach half of their daily needs. I've had countless patients tell me, "I didn't think this would make such a big difference." But once they start, they feel the shift. Their cravings go down, their posture improves, their balance stabilizes, and their confidence rises. It's not the powder alone, it's the way it supports your whole lifestyle. Let me also reassure you, you don't need to drink plain shakes if you don't enjoy them. You can mix protein powder into oatmeal, yogurt, smoothies, soups, or even healthy baking recipes. The goal is simply to consistently reach your daily protein target, usually zero point 0.6 to zero point 0.8 grams per pound of body weight for most seniors, though individual needs vary. But here's the thing many people overlook. The timing matters too. If you go long stretches without protein, especially first thing in the morning or after movement, your body ends up breaking down muscle tissue for energy. Adding a protein shake at those moments can help reverse that process and support healthier aging from the inside out. Now, about muscle building, you don't need to aim for bulky muscles. Think of it as building strength, stability, and metabolic resilience, the kind of muscle that prevents falls, protects your joints, supports your heart, and keeps you independent as long as possible. That's the real goal. And I'll say this simply. When you combine protein powder with any form of resistance, even body weight exercises or light dumbbells, you create the perfect environment for stronger muscles and healthier fat distribution. Your body becomes more efficient, you feel more capable, and you age with more dignity and confidence. Part 3. Now let's talk about how you can start using this in your life today. My suggestion is to pick a high quality protein powder. Whey isolate for those who can tolerate dairy, or pea or plant blends for those who prefer vegan options. Aim for 20 to 30 grams per serving. And remember, this isn't just for athletes, it's for anyone who wants to feel better, stronger, and more in control of their health. I always encourage people to make the mornings count. Starting your day with protein keeps your blood sugar stable and helps reduce inflammation by avoiding the highs and lows that come from carb-heavy breakfasts. It also sets you up with steady energy and reduces the urge to snack later. That's a simple step that pays off throughout the day. Another powerful approach is pairing your protein shake with small bursts of movement. A 10-minute walk, light stretching, or basic strengthening exercises like chair squats or wall push-ups can help your body use the protein more effectively. You don't need long workouts, you just need consistency. And here's something else seniors often don't hear enough. Protein supports brain health too. Amino acids help your neurotransmitters function optimally, which supports mood, memory, and cognitive sharpness. When your mind feels clearer, your whole day feels easier. Some people ask me whether plant-based protein works as well as whey. The truth is, both can be effective. Whey absorbs faster and has more leucine, but high-quality plant blends can be just as supportive, especially when they combine peas, rice, and other sources. It's not about perfection, it's about finding what works for you and sticking with it. Now let's circle back to inflammation, because this is the part seniors often misunderstand. Inflammation doesn't drop because of one single action. It decreases when you consistently support your body with proper nutrients, better sleep, gentle activity, and stress reduction. Protein powder is simply one piece of that puzzle, but a very helpful one. I want you to imagine something with me for a moment. Picture yourself 3 months from now, standing taller, feeling firmer, moving more freely, and noticing that your clothes fit differently. That future version of you isn't the result of extreme dieting or punishing workouts. It's the result of feeding your body with the protein it has been quietly craving for years. Another pattern interrupt for your mind. What if the biggest reason you feel stuck in your health journey isn't age, but undernutrition? What if your body has been sending signals, cravings, fatigue, soreness, simply because it needs more amino acids to repair and function? That shift in perspective can be life-changing. Now, I always remind my viewers, your body is adaptable. Even if you've had years of slow metabolism, muscle loss, or joint discomfort, your cells are constantly renewing. When you give them the right building blocks, they respond. That's the beauty of human biology. It's never too late to change direction. A lot of seniors worry about gaining weight from protein shakes. Let me reassure you. When you use protein correctly, it's far more likely to help you lose fat than gain it. You feel fuller, you snack less, and your metabolism becomes more efficient. The key is balancing protein with whole foods and staying active. I also encourage you to pay attention to sugar content. Some powders sneak in added sugars that work against your goals. Look for options with minimal sweeteners and clean ingredient lists. Your body deserves quality fuel. And as always, talk with your healthcare provider if you have specific medical conditions. Protein is safe for most people, but tailored advice is always best. This video is meant to educate and empower, not diagnose or treat. Now let me leave you with this. You deserve to age feeling strong, capable, and confident in your body. You deserve joints that move smoothly, muscles that support you, and a metabolism that works for you, not against you. And the small habit of adding a protein shake each day can be a powerful step toward that healthier future. If you've ever felt like your body is slowing down or resisting your efforts, I want you to know that change is absolutely possible. You're not stuck, you're not too old, you just need the right strategy. And protein is one of the simplest, most reliable tools we have. So tell me in the comments, what's one thing you want to improve in your health this month? Strength? Energy? Weight? Mobility? I'm here to help you, and your answer helps me support you better. And remember, your health is a daily investment, not a single decision. If today's message inspired you, take that first step. Your future self will thank you.